So there's really not much going on with the things I do this quarantine. It's the usual trying to find something to do to help my day not to be boring. So for this day, since it's a rainy day, I tried to vibe with it by playing pieces or songs using my keyboard. Then after that, when I get tired of it, or when I played enough songs, I go downstairs and check my dogs and pet them. They're quite sleepy, so I try not to disturb them, but when they're not sleeping, I play with them. But since they are, I go find some snacks and watch a movie or finish an episode from a series I am watching. After that, I go along with my brother, who deliver cakes my mom sells, just so I would not feel prisoned at home, but still, I don't get out of the car. Then we just have some time carpooling, and that's just some few things I've been doing this quarantine. Thank you.
Hi everyone, so this is Franz Roy Carval and I'm here to talk to you about my life experiences during the year 2020. So let's start off with how the year 2020 started. As we all know, we didn't really get to have the best start this year simply because the fact that the coronavirus has taken over our lives, our world, and ourselves. And through these months that I'm locked up in our house, it is just so sad because I haven't got the freedom to go outside like before. And even though I can go out, I still need to be very careful in order for me to not get the virus. Well, it is just so hard to be locked up because in some ways I felt like I was in a prison. And even though I'm just inside our home, in my room, I just felt the feeling of being in prison without doing something wrong. And in bringing this topic to peace education, I can say that I somehow felt the feeling of some people in our world or country that doesn't get treated well, or just not lived with justice their whole life. Like some people are in prison because of someone else's fault. And like in relation to my experience, like I'm locked up here in my room. Like all of us are locked up here in our room because of the coronavirus, and it isn't our fault. And also, people nowadays doesn't get justice and respect from other people or other race, like the racial discrimination in not just in America but all over the world. And for me, in order to bring justice to those people doesn't get justice, is for all of us to improve our communication towards each other, whether it may be against the government or our leader or our friends or family. We need to have better communication, and most importantly, respect. No matter what race we're talking to, we need to have respect and understanding on each of our opinions and matter. I think it's how we bring peace. It's simply just right and good communication and respect. So that's it. Thank you, everyone.
So, what has been going on with my 2020 so far? So, I don't really know if it's really a good year or a bad year because, first of all, it started really well for us. We thought there was nothing like this severe that's going to happen in our society today. We have a pandemic going on, and that's really a huge blow to our economy, to our mental health, everything. It affected our lives in many different ways. So, if I can summarize my 2020 experience, then I think it's pretty bad because we've been staying inside the house, not really doing anything that is productive. I mean, maybe we've done some productive stuff inside our homes, but I doubt that it's really the same productivity as we would have if we would be allowed to go out. And since we are inside, there are things that have been happening outside of our control, like discrimination and some other stuff human rights violations, even those things have really just happened to be more severe this pandemic. People are more anxious, and people are more shall I say just depressed, I think, because that's really been affecting us in many ways. And I think in order to be more have peaceful environment within us is to, I think, just have cooperation with each other. Communication is important, and then I think we should be able to empathize with each other, because we're in the same ocean. Like we're in very big trouble, and I think the only thing that we can do is to help each other to get through with this ongoing challenge that is happening around us. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Joseph Lafon, and this is for my NSTP lifestyle video. So it's pretty much the same thing. I have lots of time now, so what I like to do to kill time, considering I only have 4 classes a day, is I mostly work out around 1 to 2 hours. When I get bored, I play the guitar, which is over there. You know, just normal things, watch Netflix on my laptop. Please excuse the mess of my room. It's been a while since I actually cleaned it, because I haven't actually left the room in a while, so it can't get dirty if I don't leave it, you know. I like to read comic books sometimes, I guess, pass the time. And that's about it. To keep my mental health straight, I like to go for a 3-kilometer run every other day, and on between, after lunch and in between classes, I mostly garden. I know it's kind of I have that much time. On mornings, I take a look at the stocks, because I actually invest stocks in the Philippine Stock Exchange. So yeah, I picked stocks, and that's about it. That's my life.
So, my life experience in 2020. So, first of all, we started 2020 in a really bad note with COVID-19. And then, throughout the year, we have experienced a lot of hardships worldwide with the ongoing pandemic and the fight for human rights. And until today, the world is still struggling in dealing with the pandemic and the way government officials around the world are handling badly with COVID-19 protocols. So, in my own experience, 2020 started alright. It went okay, but slowly as the months go by, it went bad. So, when the lockdown started here, we struggled with finishing our second semester online and struggling to keep up with the new way of teaching without any trials ever. We just started with online teaching just to finish the semester. And until today, we are still struggling with our current semester, even though that our school has been trying its best to keep up with online learning. Students and teachers alike are struggling with coping with online classes. We're all trying our best, but it's a lot to take in, from keeping up with schoolworks and then doing house chores. We're just trying our best and to keep up so that we won't fall behind. In my situation, schoolworks are piling up. It's piling up really fast, and it's getting too much. And it's almost like we're drowning from the amount of works and plates that are being thrown at us with deadlines or with deadlines being set really really close to each other, and it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up with the deadlines. It's not like we're it's not like I'm procrastinating or anything. It's just that it's really hard to manage my time well here. So overall, times are hard and it's downright depressing. It really is. If I could summarize this year with one word, it would be depressing. Yes. And then, as the year is nearing its end, I really do hope that 2021 will start off good and that everything will finally be alright. Maybe we can find a solution for this to end this pandemic, and maybe we'll go back to normal but it's not normal since our old normal got us in this situation. So let's hope that maybe we'll start going to school again finally, and not just online schooling, since for me it is easier to just go to school than online learning. Yeah. So that's it.
I am Al Christian Roche, second year architecture student. My 2020 started out great. Everything was going great until quarantine happened. The pandemic disrupted, and we all know that the pandemic disrupted the normality of our daily lives. So as everything slowed down, we all suddenly have this spare time on our hands. So on the start of the pandemic, I used this time to read a book. It was Neil deGrasse Tyson's Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Tyson stated that we are stardust brought to life, then empowered by the universe to figure itself out. It made me reflect on what me and it made me reflect on me and my principles. I really wanted to leave a dent on the world, but the ways on achieving that was still unclear until I came across a line in the book that stated that the universe is under no obligation to make sense to you. So that line really made me think that if the universe is not obliged to me, then I should start thinking about myself, like how the planets grow and draw things to them. I should work on myself, grow, and eventually I'll have enough gravity to leave my mark on this physical world.
Hello, my name is April, and I'll be showing you what I've been doing this quarantine. So, what I've been doing during quarantine is every morning and every night I water my plants, and then every day I would play Genshin Impact. I'm very addicted to the game, and I've pretty much finished the game. And then I'll be doing my schoolworks, and I would be stressing out over group works. I really hate group work so much because not everyone cooperates, and that's what I usually do during quarantine. It's basically like that every day. I know it's kind of boring to do. It's kind of boring to have the same routine every single day, but I got used to it. And though I kind of miss going outside, I still can't go because, hello, we're in a pandemic. That's all. Thanks for watching.
Hi there, you guys. It's Pat, and It's actually been 7 months since the sudden blow up of coronavirus here in our country, and what we thought of just a mere headline, news, and statistics, all of a sudden it's there, right around all of us. But despite everything we've been through this year, although we still got few more months before we conclude 2020, I believe when we recover from all of this, we shall expect innovations and creations from all of this experience. But aside from all this realization, I wanted to share to you guys how I was able to cope up and adjust to this new normal setup we all are in. So, first things first, practice self-care. With all of the anxiety surrounding this pandemic, practicing self-care now is more imperative than ever. Make time for yourself and engage in self-care activities that will keep you feel good and relaxed. Just go get some sleep and don't feel guilty about it. Second, keep a routine, especially now with all of these online classes, tons of deadlines and readings, activities. I believe it's nice and effective to actually keep a routine. This way, we can avoid cramming, procrastinating, and panic attacks. And lastly, be kind. This is a scary time for all of us and for a lot of people. And the single most important thing we can do is be kind and spread kindness and love. While we all seem to be dealing with this pandemic, plenty of people have been dealing with other important life things too. And we never know what anyone else's struggle is. So be kind, smile, offer help whenever you can, and help make a difference in our community. I guess that's it for now, and take care, you guys.